Eric Thomason from Blue Nail Roofing with us tonight here on the Consumer Team. Eric and his team, his company, have been a sponsor of this program since day one. Thank you, Eric, for that. Tonight we want to talk about more examples of homeowners and business owners that are getting more from their insurance claims because of your team's attention to detail. And Eric, as you've told us on the air before, what is it like? 90%? I think you've said 90% of insurance claims that you see are missing something somewhere. Is that accurate? And welcome.
Yeah, that's right. They're just not scoped properly. So when I say scoped, that means the detail of the estimate is not done correctly. And that may be because of lack of knowledge. It may be company policy. It may be whatever on
it may be because they're trying to pay less on the claim.
That's a very good possibility.
Not that that's the most common, but most of the time, as you said, it's because they're in a hurry.
Yeah, and it could be error. I mean, whatever it is, it's just, it happens, and it happens a lot. I mean, it happens.
And we're not talking about just, pocket change here.
No, we're talking about significant amounts of money.
Like claims in some cases, doubling.
Yes, yeah. Yes, in some
doubling
cases,
your money, doubling your claim because somebody took the time and gave the attention to detail. Give us an example. I mean, we've been on the air. I mean, you opened up your laptop to show me claims, but give me something that happened just recently that might resonate with our listeners tonight.
Sure. Well, when you say doubling, it's not just doubling the money, right? It's doubling the quality, doubling the quantity. Yeah, doubling quality, doubling quantity, and making sure the amount that and so it does account money when you're making sure the amount is a legitimate enough amount to cover what needs to be covered, because that's all we're trying to accomplish. And some perfect examples would be the people I met last night. The lodge had a deficiency in their estimate.
Like Elks Lodge or something like that?
Okay. It's a community lodge.
Okay.
Yeah. And they had a deficiency in their original estimate. So
there was a storm damage? You were there?
It was.
Okay,
yes.
all right.
They had it.
So they're trying to get storm damage fixed. The roof is messed up. And
correct.
They're getting estimates, and then you came to the rescue.
That's right. So they got estimates. They chose to utilize us, and I say congratulations, you guys have made a great choice, because not only are we going to do a great job on your repairs, but we're going to help you fix this problem that the insurance company, or the problem of the insurance company not paying the correct amount.
So what was the problem? I mean, was it pretty obvious from the get-go? Did you come in? Did the insurance company say, hey, we've got this insurance check and it won't even cover the costs? Is that what they were?
That's kind of where they were. Yeah, they had an ACV policy, so they were going to lose some depreciation, and that's a conversation for another day. But,
okay.
But the first thing I noticed is the type of shingles. So there's several grades of shingles, right? And they had paid for the very lowest grade. Well, they didn't have the lowest grade. They had a laminate shingle.
And you got to pay to replace the quality that was there.
They have to pay for what's there. They can't pay for less. And
so
whether that was just
issue number one,
a blatant mistake, right? How that was missed, I have no idea. They were just presented. And I said, well, hey, this is the first thing I noticed we're going to have to go get. The second thing is you're in the city. The city's going to require us to get a permit. We know that we're going to have to go to the city, pull a permit for the job, and that expense is going to be added. So we're going to have to send that to your insurance company so that they pay
That wasn't accounted for?
That wasn't accounted for at all, right?
All right.
So that had to be added. So
number two.
And that's just off the cuff, right?
All right. Number three.
And number three is the underlayment. Once we got the roof off, we found out there were more than one layer of felt. So the underlayment that's under the shingles. Some guys, when they replace a roof, they will just leave the underlayment because it's too hard to pull off. They don't want to do the extra work, so they just stack it on. So once we pulled the roof off, we pulled the felt off, we found out there's more felt underneath. So we had to go back and ask them to add for the additional labor to tear off the additional underlayment.
So you tear off the original underlayment and replace it with new underlayment?
Correct.
Okay.
That's right. We tear off the original.
That's
and then the
best practices, but not done.
It's not,
unless you say, "Hey, we got to do this."
For sure, yeah.
That was number 3 or 4. I'm losing track.
Yeah, that was 3. Yeah,
all right,
so,
3.
And in not looking at the paperwork, obviously it's down in the truck. I didn't bring it with me, but it turned out originally there was 9 items that the insurance company had said, "Hey, this is the items of your roof." It turned out to be 16 items.
16.
So there were 7 items.
So we've got 3 out of 16. We could keep the hits just keep on coming.
That's right. So I can't rattle off the rest, but I can rattle off this. The dollar amount I think was about $21,000 originally, and it turned into about $32,000 for that roof. So there was a
21 versus 32.
There was $11,000 deficiency in the roof alone.
So had they stuck, had they not done anything, had they not hired Blue Nail to get this fixed, then they end up with an El Cheapo roof that is going to be substandard forever. And next time they have a claim, guess what they're getting a claim against? It's the El Cheapo.
Sure.
replacement.
Or they have to squeeze out a bunch of money for stuff that they shouldn't have to squeeze out money for because they're paying premiums to cover those things, right? So, and again, it's not anything about the body of their agreement. It's just we know what it's going to take to put them back to normal, and that's all we do is help them present that and basically make sure they pay out as little as they can. So, awesome. And that should be their deductible.
Eric Thomason, Blue Nail Roofing, doing an amazing job. We appreciate you, Eric. And if you've got damage, give this team a call. No charge for the inspection of your property. And their track record is strong. They find the damage that other people miss for whatever reason. Other roofing companies miss it. The insurance companies miss it. I think a lot of it happens because people are in such a blasted hurry. But as we all know, the devil is in the detail, and Eric and his team really, really are complete when they do an inspection. And again, with this information that they can give you, potentially a larger claim, and also, and this is really the bottom line, you get a complete repair of what should be repaired in the first place. So, Blue Nail Roofing, here's the contact info for that free inspection of your property. Home or business, 855-255-1975, 855-255-1975. If you would, please mention Consumer Team so they know you're a listener. And the website to learn more, BlueNailRoofing.com, BlueNailRoofing.com. Wind or hail, call Blue Nail.